So photography today could consist of a multiple versions of lenses. And the multiple versions of lenses that you have will dictate your images. Now I have two special ones here. And one of them is the Nifty 50. The images that you get out this Nifty 50 is beyond measure, especially like the bokeh. Now, I got a universal lens too. Why do I call it a universal lens? I call it a universal lens because it's very universal and unique of what it does. For the 18 by 135 nano USM, it's relatively quiet and it's relatively wider than the 50 millimeter on my camera in general. Yes, it's an APS-C lens, but at the end of the day, an APS-C lens is directly for the sensor in itself, but I do use full frame lenses also. So the bokeh that you get out of this full frame lens is way different than you get out of this 18 by 135. But the good thing about the 135 with a zoom and a portrait, you can get that blurry background if you zoom in. But the 50 automatically does it. So when it comes to the 50 and the Nano USM, uh, here is the Nano USM. Let's see here. The Nano USM is very unique in what it does, and I really appreciate it. See, all my life I was chasing birds and shooting wildlife, so taking portraits and stuff like that was never my objective. My objective was wildlife, and I got tired of chasing birds. So when you're chasing birds, the kit lens is not going to chase a bird for you. Not the kit lens. The 18 by 55, I got rid of immediately. I got the 18 by 135, and it's been great. The 50, the 24, they totally different. Now, the 24 doesn't open as wide as this 50, but for the 24 to be a pancake lens, you get some nice micro out of it. Hey, this is Rabbi Levi talking about lenses. I love lenses. You can get a better camera, but the glass is more important. I did have a Sigma lens, a Sigma art lens, but it malfunctioned. It was used, but it malfunctioned. And someone told me to put it in aperture and change the aperture and see if it malfunctions off of that. And it definitely did. So I had to send it back. But the Sigma lens in itself was very clear, sharp, and it did what it was supposed to do until it said it disconnected from the camera. I called Sigma. Sigma said they couldn't fix it because I just had purchased it. So I sent it back. So I lost my Sigma lens, and I'm not upset about it. The Canon lenses is working great. You got to use these every now and then so you can make sure that they are always functioning. I know some people put their gear up, but today we actually did something different to the Nifty 50. Today we actually got a ND filter for it. See that? ND2 filter for the Nifty 50. Never had it before, but we got one now. So, this is just an amazing filter. It really cuts out the glare, really cuts out a lot of stuff that you might get in the image. The Nifty 50 with a filter, I like it. I think this was used, so it's a little louder than I wanted. But the new one that I have actually purchased didn't make no noise. I mean, it focuses great, but I take the noise over the look. As far as shooting video with it, oh, it's right on point. Right on point. I can shoot video with this and get a whole different image than any other lens that I play with. I do got the Riken 35 because I like shooting manually. And I like these too because you can put this in manual and you can use this. Now, the good thing about the 90D and most cameras as of today, they got manual focus peaking, but my 80D didn't have manual focus peaking. So when it came to manual focus peaking and I got the 90D, oh, that just added flavor to everything for the simple fact that manually focusing, you got to remember when you manually focus, thin lines are an image. Thin lines are an image, and if it's not thin lines, then there is no image. If there's flat lines, then there's no image. But if there's thin lines, there's always an image there. Now, I did learn something about focusing. Focusing is not what you think. Focusing is something the camera automatically does, but it doesn't focus like manually focusing does. So, say you got something in front of you and you focus it, that's exactly what the camera is going to focus on. But manually focusing, you can go past the subject and get the background without changing the aperture. I love manually focusing. It's so different than any focusing system in any camera. I tell you, manually focusing is better than any focusing in any camera. I don't care what camera you got, Sony, Nikon, Canon, Leica. I don't care what camera you got. One thing I know and believe that manual focus is the truth, because I do it every day. I do it for portraits. I'm quick with it though. I'm quick with it. Now, one thing about the Canon camera, if it turns off, you don't get to use the manual focus. But as long as the Canon camera is on, you could just, you don't want to twist this without turning the motor off. So once you turn the motor off, see, it don't come out. It don't come out because there's no electricity to it. There is no current to it. Now, if I hook it to the camera in itself, oh, it will come out. It'll come out and do what it needs to do, but it won't come out when it's not hooked to the camera. That's interesting. Now, all lenses do that. The Nifty 50 has been with me for quite some time. Now, this is my second Nifty 50 because, we even got a lens hood with it. So, we even got a lens hood for it. So, now the lens hood has got pedestals. So, you got to make sure the pedestals are turned right. So, the pedestals go up here. And there's an arrow up here. It could be an aftermarket, version, but hey, it works. I thought it went the other way, but after doing reviews on what filters do, the actual shade does, then, this is the way to go. And as I look at this one on the 18 by 135, I like it because it snaps to the lens and I don't have to carry it around. And it actually locks to the lens and it just seems like it's locked now. Let me twist it off. So, there we go. So here's the cover, the lens hood to the 18 by 135. And as you can see, the pedestals at the top. The minute you click it, the pedestals at the top and you got the side pedals. So that really taught me how to put the lens hood on. But like I say, this lens hood actually just connects to it and it locks to it. So you don't have to worry about it slipping off. And we got an ND2 filter on this one too. One of my favorite filters, but I didn't went all the way to ND4. I done went all the way to ND8 with filters. ND8, what I like about the Canon camera, I don't know if other cameras do it, but I can compensate for the filter with the settings inside of it. So if it's too dark or too light, I can compensate for it where it gives it an extra exposure to actually get the image I'm looking for. Now, dealing with these filters, you don't want to over brighten the image and you don't really want to shoot towards the sun. There's a number of reasons why you don't want to shoot towards the sun, but it will do it. The reason why you don't want to shoot towards the sun because it will burn the sensor out, but at the same time, I've taken some great sun pictures with the filter. I even got a picture of the eclipse with the filter. Hey, this is Rabbi Levi talking about lenses. Y'all have a good day.